Good morning. It's about 8:30 today. I just got back from a 2-mile walk. I'm going to be completely honest. It was not really because I wanted to. It is in hopes of not being quite as sore as I am right now because I'm pretty sore. I, however, did not need anybody to get me off the toilet this morning. I'm pretty happy about that. I tried to keep moving yesterday within reason, and I think that helped. So I may do another short walk this evening just because I don't want to be a complete mess of knots when I go back to work out tomorrow morning. So while I was walking, I was reflecting pretty hard on when was the last time I actually exercised on purpose besides walking. And I thought about it. And I really think it has been almost 14 years. And then I thought about, well, why? Why is that? Because I exercised in high school, some in college, not as much in college. And then I would get on and off that track, throughout my 20s and into my 30s. So in late 2006, that's when I got pregnant with my son. And it was a really icky pregnancy. I was so sick. There was no exercising that was going to happen during that time. And I love seeing women who are pregnant and are like out there running at 8 months pregnant like that. You people are warriors. That's amazing. But that was not me. I had, at 20 weeks pregnant, I had only gained 1 pound. And I was at a reasonable weight. My baby was healthy, but I had been so sick like that. That was the deal. And by the end, I had only gained 25 pounds, but I was enormous because my kid was enormous and I was exhausted and my body was a mess. It was miserable. So, had that sweet baby. He didn't sleep ever. And then 5 months after he was born, I got pregnant with his sister. So they are 14 months apart. So you can imagine 2 little tiny things. You don't have a lot of time to yourself. Evan finally started sleeping around the time that Lauren was born. And that was good. And of course, then she wasn't sleeping because she was a teeny tiny baby, but she kind of assimilated into the family a little better than he did. And she was sleeping pretty good by like 6 months or so. So there was that piece. Then when the kids were like 2 and 3 years old, I had some surgery that ended up being a mess. And I got really sick. And I was in and out of the hospital for 2 years, really, to make a long story short. So there's obviously not any exercising going on then. And then there was a healing process after that. One thing I really regret is that they offered me a physical therapist when I came out of the hospital the very last time. And I used her for maybe a month and then I was tired of it, so I didn't do it anymore. But thinking back on it, she was really trying to help me to build my core strength. And I think that is probably really where things just went downhill. And then that was like 2011, so like a couple more years, I had a hysterectomy. After that, I had another surgery because of complications from that surgery. So we're into 2014 at that point. So that's just 6 years ago. My body was a mess for a long time because of things that were out of my control. But in the last 6 years, why haven't I done it? Part of it has been time. Part of it has been laziness. But that, the last 6 years, that's on me. So why am I telling you this? I have a couple of reasons. One is, if you're a mama out there with a little one, a baby or a toddler or an elementary school kid, one that you can't leave at home by themselves while you exercise or do something good for yourself. Find someone who will. Let go of the guilt, because this is about you, not about them. And I don't think I believed that when I was a young mama. I didn't believe that my time was important enough for me. But the reality is, that's your oxygen mask. If you're not physically healthy, if you're not emotionally healthy, if you're not spiritually healthy, mentally healthy, then you're not being the best mama that you can be. And that goes for daddies who are either stay-at-home daddies or daddies where mama is not around. That goes for anybody who's taking care of a little person or little people. Find someone, if it's not your spouse, if it's not your parent or parent-in-law, find a friend, find someone, find some tribe that can hold you up, because you need that. And on the converse, if you know somebody who needs that, offer it to them. And don't just say, hey, do you want to? Like, demand it and say, I'm coming over. You can tell me what time is good for you, but I'm coming over to watch your kids so that you can go exercise or go, study the Bible by yourself, or whatever it is that person needs that they're not getting. Because if you don't have that oxygen mask on first, how are you going to take care of those babies when the plane goes down? It's as simple as that. I didn't do a great job of that. So it's never too late. His mercies are new every day. We can always start again. So that's the deal with me right now. The other thing is, you need to know right now that you are important. You matter. Your body matters. Your mind matters. Your heart matters. So whatever it is that you need, figure it out. Go out and find it today. Because you matter to God, and you, I am sure, matter to somebody here on earth, probably someone who is super important to you. So do a little reflecting today. I did. See if you can figure it out. It can only be a positive. It can only make a better day for you. Have a good one.